Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you like the content, hit the subscribe button, leave a like down below. Patch 1.22 came out for WWE 2K24 today, and usually the fans and the modders will go through and look at all the new stuff because they can access the game really easily. There's some things in here that really annoy me, and I know I've been making a lot of negative videos on this, but it's only because I want them to to change it. I know they got to make their money at the end of the day, but still doing this kind of stuff it just irritates me. Anyway, so let's look at this and I'll show you what I'm talking about. All right, now I have to mute this, but these characters are locked to my faction. They're going to be persona cards. Sure, you can unlock them in other modes, but in order to get them originally, they haven't outlined how to get them yet, like via a live event, via opening packs. But yeah, so we're getting this version of CM Punk, and even though the music's not playing, it does come with This Fire Burns, his original theme song, before he switched to Cult of Personality. So with these persona cards, unless it's just going to be added on the base, the base game itself, with this update, it's going to be locked to a persona card. So now they're getting themes in there with the persona cards, if I'm understanding this correctly. Now, this is super early information. I'm super glad that they're putting these Punks in there because Punk's awesome and he's had different looks, but locking it behind my faction, forcing us to interact with that mode that nobody wants to play, is not cool to me. So there's this model, there's 3 different ones. I only found video footage of 2 of them so far. I'm sure there'll be a lot more information coming out as the day goes on. I wanted to cover this because I just wanted to bring you guys aware. Everybody's a CM Punk fan, or most of us are CM Punk fans. So it's really cool seeing the fact that he's getting new models in here. I'm just bummed that they're all locked to my faction, because I really don't want to play that mode. Now, if they make it to where you can just use any persona card to fight him, to unlock him, great. I'll go do it immediately. But if you have to have a certain persona card or a certain my faction card to even fight him, that to me is where they're screwing up my faction. They want to make sure you've spent money or time in the mode to unlocking other cards in order to have a chance to unlock this card. And here's the other one. And shout outs to whoever got this footage. I'll put it in the description below. I forgot to write down who it was, but it's still on my window. So shout outs whoever posted this. I'll get you your shout out in the comments below. But yeah, we're getting masked punk and a bald Punk as well. But again, they're all locked behind my faction. Can you imagine if they locked the new Bray Wyatt and all that other stuff behind my faction? That would suck too. I wonder if they're gonna forget the season pass thing and just release packs. $10 for a CM Punk pack with all his different stuff. $10 for the Bray Wyatt pack with his different stuff. $10 for the Macho Man. $10 for the Ultimate Warrior. $10 for Hulk Hogan. $10 for Roman Reigns, even though he's only had 2 different looks. I don't know. I don't know what the business model is going forward, but I really hope my faction goes away. Or they do something to make it where it's not so locked in. You're stuck doing this one thing. Anyway, these models look great. Shout outs to What's the Status and whoever this person is. So now let's go look at these pictures I also found, and then we'll end the video. Hey, look at that, I moved. Alright, so here are the 3 CM Punk models, and they all come with the same entrance motion, but they have that Fire Burns, or This Fire Burns, his awesome theme song from back when he first started with WWE, included with it. Unless they're just going to put that in there on the base, because I don't know how they can lock that out to a persona card. Who knows? Maybe this is a DLC pack, but everybody in the comments is saying that this is a my faction thing, so, and it makes sense. But yeah, we're getting bearded Punk with long hair, we're getting bald Punk, and we're getting masked Punk. Punk. Keep calling him Pump. And then what else is included in this thing? Oh, and this is separate. This is the Bray Wyatt thing. I saved these. Shoutouts to What's the Status up here. He got a really good look at what they look like up close. So there's the front of the new Bray. And the back, that's terrifying. Oh man, that's terrifying. I really hope we can use this armor piece for our creative wrestlers, because I might give that to my main guy if I can colorize it. That'd be really cool. Oh, it's probably going to be locked to him. Man, he had a lot of cool tattoos. And then here's a look at the championship. Again, this is not my faction. This is going to be part of the Bray Pack, which they still haven't shown the cost of yet. You think they would announce that right away. All right, then back to this. All right. Now here is King Booker. Again, another my faction thing. That's a huge bummer because King Booker was awesome. I wonder if his wife's going to be in it too. Like as a manager card? I don't know how that would work. Because the whole gimmick was him and his wife, Charmel, right? So are they going to just leave her out of it? Maybe next year? I'm sure some fan has made her. Shoutouts again to What's the Status for these pictures. We're getting the Saudi Arabia Crown Jewel, Rhea Ripley. This looks really cool. I like how the black really brings out the purple and stuff, and the awesome face paint and everything. Again, this is my faction. I think this is just a look at the new Uncle Howdy without the mask and hat, so you can see what he looks like. It is, in fact, Bo Dallas. Had a brain fart there. So that looks really cool. Shoutouts again to What's the Status, showing off what he looks like. This is the other Booker T that we'll be getting. And I believe that was it. I think that's all it showed. So yeah, a lot of this stuff is locked behind, all but the Bray Wyatt stuff is locked behind my faction. How do you feel about this? I think this is it. It's going to get worse every year. I don't think it's going away because a lot of people pay the money and spend the time to do it. Well, I'm already so far behind this year. I'm not even going to touch it. And I think a lot of the stuff might just be included in the base game for next year. Sometimes they do that. They did that with all the stuff that was in my faction for 2K22, I believe, unless they removed the wrestler from the game, was in 2K23, or no, 23 to 24. That's what it was. So we had action figure Cena already unlocked. Anyway, sound off in the comments below. How do you feel about this? Are you excited? Are you going to spend the time and money to unlock them? Are you going to pick up the Bray Wyatt edition, or at least the DLC? I am. Stay tuned on the channel tomorrow. I'm going to go over everything with the Bray Wyatt edition and what's included. As always, thank you for watching, and stay frosty.